What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike back at it again with another video. So about 3 months ago exactly, I made a video talking about my top stocks for 2021. It's about 3 months later now, so we're actually gonna go back, look at my top picks for 2021 as far as stocks goes, see where they are basically now, if I should still invest in them, if you should still invest in them, and we'll just go about our day. I'll give you my updated viewpoint on those 7 stocks that I chose originally, and I'll also have a video coming soon talking about even more stocks that I think you should invest in right now. So stay tuned for that video, but let's focus on this video right now. Let's get into the video. Let's go. Before we jump in, as always, make sure you hit a like on this video. It pushes the video out to more people so more people can see it. Thank you very much for that. Hit that subscribe for more videos like this. I'll be talking about plenty of stock videos this week, so stay tuned to the channel and make sure you're in on all those stock videos. And lastly, down below, there's tons of links. Make sure you check out those links. Those links will give you tons of free stocks with Robinhood. I don't really recommend Robinhood highly right now because of everything that happened, but regardless, if you sign up with Robinhood right now, you're going to get 3 free stocks. You're going to get 2 free stocks for Webull. You're going to get free stock with Public. You're going to get free $30, I believe, with M1 Finance. So it's plenty of free money to go around for you with all those links down below. So make sure you sign up down below and get yourself some free stocks and free other stuff with those links down below. So check all that stuff out. Thank you very much as always. Let's get into it. So if you haven't seen my top stocks for 2021 video, make sure you check that video out right now and then come back to this video, because that video basically gives you an oversight of all the stocks that I talk about in this video, and it just gives you a general understanding of why I invested in those stocks to begin with, and I probably won't dive deep into those stocks in this video. Regardless, the first stock that I mentioned in that video was Apple. So at the time of the previous video, Apple was sitting at $137 a share. Right now, Apple is sitting at roughly $121 a share. I personally believe that this is due to the huge recent tech sell-off in the stock market. A lot of tech stocks have been selling off, as well as some EV stocks and some solar stocks. All of that stuff, as well as SPACs, have been selling off recently. So it's actually a great time to go and buy some great companies like Apple, as I think you should do. Fundamentally, nothing has actually changed with Apple, so it's still a great company. It's still always going to be a great company. They still have plenty of products coming up, as well as other services that they have yet to announce. So it's definitely a great time to buy more Apple stock, and I'm doing just that myself. My current position on Apple right now, as you'll see in my dividend portfolio update video, but right now is 7.45 shares, roughly a market value of $900. Overall, I'm up about 5% with them. Not too bad, no serious gains. But at the end of the day, this is probably one of the lowest points Apple will probably be this entire year. So definitely a great time to get in. And I still have my recurring investment on Apple for $5 every single week. So all that's good stuff there. Apple also pays out a slight dividend of 0.68% every single year. So nothing wrong here. Great company. I'm investing in more. It's just that simple. I'm buying more of it, and this is a great price to buy more of it at. The next stock that I mentioned in that video was ticker symbol BETZ, or Roundhouse Sports Betting. At the time of that video, BETZ or BETS was sitting at $126 a share. Right now, it's at $131 a share as of making this video. I still 100% stand by the online gambling and online betting industry. As you can see, if you go and look at some online betting and online gambling stocks like DraftKings and other stocks, they're establishing new partnerships like with the whole Dish TV thing, and they're also being legalized in more states. So overall, over the next 5 years, I think the online gambling industry will increase, and when it does, then obviously bets will increase as well. So definitely a great time to still jump into this. I don't think you're missing out by not getting in early enough. This is a great time to buy. I see no issue with it. Just get your position established and then do your own research, figure out how much you want to actually put towards it, and you'll be all good to go. Regardless, it's a great stock and a great ETF. I think you should jump in. Currently with bets, I have a little bit over 16 shares, a market value of a little bit over $500. You can see I'm up 48% with them ever since I originally purchased, which was around $15. My average cost right now is $21, but cool stuff there. I have no issue there. I definitely will be buying more, and they do pay a dividend, which I'm very surprised about. So it's nothing crazy, nothing special, but the fact is I never thought they would pay a dividend, and they do. Can't complain there. I'm telling you, good stuff here. I see no issue with it. This could easily be $60, $70, $80, maybe $90, maybe over $100 within the next 2 to 3 years. So we'll see where it goes. I hope it goes that high because I'll make a lot of money. So yeah. The next stock I mentioned in that video was probably one of my favorites at the time, especially because it was new to the stock market, and that was Airbnb. At the time of that video, Airbnb had recently IPO'd onto the stock market, so that means it just got onto the stock market fresh off the presses, maybe like 2 to 3 weeks it just got onto the stock market. I don't even know if it was that long, but regardless, it was $148 at the time of that video. Right now, it's sitting at about $174 a share at the time of this video. At some points in between that time, Airbnb stock price actually hit over $200 a share. So that means from December of basically last year to March or almost April right now of this year, Airbnb hit over $200 a share. So that would have been a nice pick up and sell. I also originally mentioned how I didn't plan to buy any shares of Airbnb unless the stock price was under $100 a share, or at least around there, and it never dipped down that far. Like I mentioned in that previous video, I honestly see Airbnb as one of my favorite companies of all time, just for exactly of what they do. But past that, I just don't see the stock price being valued at the right price. I think it's very overvalued, and I think it'll probably drop down over time. We'll see what happens. I don't see the revenue coming in from Airbnb, just from the Airbnbs and the actual experiences. I don't see the value of the stock price being that high, so I don't want to actually buy it that high and risk losing my money. Either way, after my reevaluation of the company, I would try to get a position started on Airbnb around $120 a share at the highest. I still don't really think it's worth the $174 right now. I didn't think it was worth the $148 at the time, so hey, that's what it is. If I don't get it down to $120, or if it doesn't go down that far, I just won't own these shares of Airbnb. I'll still keep using the company. I actually just booked the Airbnb, or my friend did, because we're going somewhere, but that's a future thing. So, yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in the future. Or should I go this way? I don't know which way is the future, but regardless, Airbnb is great. If you want to jump in, jump in. If you don't want to, if you want to hang back like me, then hang back. Great company. I do love them, but I won't be buying any unless it gets to that point or below that. The next stock I had mentioned in that video was ticker symbol TAN, and basically this is an ETF for the entire solar industry. So instead of investing in all these different solar companies and all these different solar stocks, you can just go and invest in TAN, and you're all good to go. At the time of that video, TAN was sitting at $102 a share, and now currently, as I'm recording this video, it's sitting at $88 a share. As I mentioned earlier in this video, the recent tech sell-off, as well as the EV sell-off, the solar sell-off, all of that impacted, of course, TAN. A lot of solar stocks sell off, and if the solar stocks are going to sell off, then obviously the solar ETF would sell off as well, because they all hold the solar stocks. So I think this is a great time to actually get your position started, or even look at some long-term option contracts on TAN, ticker symbol TAN. If you want to hop in, I'm actually probably going to do the same as long as I can get some money to go and do that, because I'm a little bit short on funds right now. So we're trying to hold out because the market has been kind of rough over this past, I would say, past 30, 45 days. So we'll see what happens. But when I do get some money, hopefully it's still around that price point and I can go ahead and get a long-term option, or maybe just buy some shares. In between then and now, TAN actually hit all-time highs of about $120 a share. So it's definitely growth there. We just have to wait until this whole market, whatever is going on right now, ends, and then we can get back to normal business. After TAN, I talked about a king in the industry, and that king is Disney. At the time of recording that previous video, Disney was sitting at about $179 a share, and right now Disney is sitting at about $185 a share. So a nice little increase. Disney's stock price did hit over $200 a share in between that time, and I 100% expect it to hit actually 300%. So I'm just tripling down on this. Expect Disney stock to be well over $200 a share throughout this entire year, to be completely honest. Disney already owns basically every form of consumer media, and their parks are just starting to open back up with the pandemic slowing down. The parks are opening back up. Money will be raking into Disney easily. They pay a slight dividend. It's nothing to complain about here. I 100% expect Disney to hit over 200 a share and stay there and just keep going, to be honest, throughout this entire year, as I mentioned before. So hop in on Disney. I think even though the price is still high, I think, because I bought it originally around like $90 a share, maybe basically the lowest of the low it could possibly be. That's when I bought it, but I didn't really put that much money in. Regardless, I think it's still a great time to buy Disney. So get yourself some Disney. I'm telling you. And who knows, there could even be a stock split coming up for Disney. I have no idea, but that would be amazing. I would love that. Currently, my position on Disney is a little bit over 2 shares. Overall, I'm up about 38% or $100. I have a recurring investment every single month, which is basically my Disney Plus membership. So every time Disney Plus charges me, I have it set up so Robinhood will take another charge basically as well. So $8 every single month will go into Disney, no matter what the price is. Yeah. Disney does all this. They pay a decent dividend. Nothing crazy here. There's nothing special here. But we're not really here for the dividend with Disney. We're really here for the growth. Every single time Disney dips, buy some. That's simple. This next stock that I mentioned also got hit by that previous tech sell-off, and that stock is AMD, ticker symbol AMD. At the time of recording the previous video, AMD was sitting at about $91 a share, and right now AMD is sitting at about $77 a share. So the tech stock sell-off was one thing, but also AMD is part of computer chips, so obviously the whole computer chip industry is in a drought right now. Currently there's a global computer chip shortage going on, so it makes perfect sense that AMD's stock is actually down right now, and it's also a great time to get your position established. And you also have to think about this in the grand scheme of things. These computer chips impact multiple companies, not just AMD. These computer chips impact car companies because they need computer chips to go in the cars, to make the cars smart, to have smart cars, to do all these different things. They impact cell phone companies. They impact computer companies, just regular computer companies that don't actually make computer chips. They might impact monitor companies, people that make TVs, everything. All that is impacted by this whole computer chip shortage. So take all that with a grain of salt, or however much salt you want to take it with. Either way, the same thing that goes with Apple goes with this. Fundamentally, nothing has actually changed about Apple or AMD. They're both really great companies. They overall make solid products that work well for the consumer. They're cost friendly enough. Apple, they be taxing. Apple's taxing, but AMD, I think, are definitely cost friendly. They always look out for the consumer in that front of things. So good stuff, and I don't really see any reason why you shouldn't invest in some, especially while they're down. Right now, those long-term calls look great for AMD. I'm thinking about a $95 call long-term. If you want to look at those, then look at those. Get yourself some calls, or go ahead and get your position established on AMD, because $77 a share, it hasn't been back down there in some time, so definitely lower than what it normally is. If you want to jump in, then jump in. But if you want to invest in the entire computer chip industry, then go ahead and get yourself ticker symbol SMH. That is basically the semiconductors of all computer chips. So basically every single computer chip company is bundled into one single ETF that you can go ahead and buy as well. And that is also down as well. So if you want to do that, instead of buying just AMD, you can do that as well. I don't care. Either way it works, and you'll make some money off of either one. The next stock I had mentioned in that previous video was actually talked about multiple times on my channel. I've been talking about this stock since I basically made my channel and started talking about stocks, and that is ticker symbol UAVS, or Eagle Aerial Systems. They basically make drones. At the time of that video, the stock price was about $6 a share. Right now, it's still sitting around $6 a share, but in between that time, UAVS actually went up to roughly $17 a share. So you could have bought in around $5, $6, sold at $15, $16, made a nice profit, and then back down at $6 right now. You can go ahead and do the same thing, rinse and repeat, get yourself some money. I think, honestly, it's a great time to go and buy some UAVS. The whole thing with this company is that they're actually supposed to be partnered with Amazon, or they're supposed to be rumored to be partnered with Amazon, and possibly make drones for Amazon that would go ahead and deliver packages for Amazon. So maybe Amazon could partner with them, maybe Amazon could buy them out. I have no idea what's going to happen, but overall, that run from $6 to $17, it was no business for that stock to run that high. So literally no news at all. Nothing came out. The stock was just running that high. So if the stock runs that high with no news over months, because the stock, it was holding every day. It was closing above $10, closing above $14, holding above $15 for what? I don't even know, maybe like a month. If it's holding like that and with no news, imagine what would happen if Amazon was like, yeah, UAVS is going to help us deliver some packages. The stock price would just skyrocket. So I would say, you never know. Why not just take the chance? Who knows? We might have to wait years for this announcement, but 100%, I've been holding my shares of UAVS, and I will continue holding my shares of UAVS until we get some type of announcement like that. So if you want to go ahead and get yourself some shares of UAVS, this is a great time to jump in. Anything around $6 and under $5 is definitely a great buy zone. So go ahead and establish your position on that. If you want to do some long-term options, you can do that as well, but I would stick to the shares personally. That's just me. As you can see on the Webull investing app, I definitely took some profits on UAVS right now, but overall I'm still up quite a bit, and I have about 125 shares of UAVS. But if it does dip below $5, I'm definitely buying some more. There is no question there. I still believe in them 100%. And like I said before, if it can run off of no news, imagine how much it could run with news. And I mean, the stock price would shoot like in seconds as soon as we got that news. So just a chance you take. Don't put all your money towards this because I have no idea if it will happen or not. But all the signs point to it. We just have to be patient with this one, as we have to be patient with a lot of these stocks these days. The last stock that I mentioned in that top stocks of 2021 video was Tesla. And obviously you guys know I love Tesla. I love the company. I love everything they do, all that kind of good stuff. But at the time of recording that video, Tesla was sitting at about $600 a share at the time, and basically now it's sitting at around about the same thing, $600 a share. But in between that time, Tesla has soared up to $900 a share. such a great company, but you know, it's just a lot of people that believe in the same thing I do, and it's also a lot of people that absolutely despise Tesla and they want the stock to go down to $5 a share. Whatever. The whole point is I 1000% believe in Tesla over the long term. Even throughout this year, I still believe Tesla will be 1000% over $1,000 a share before the end of this year, to be completely honest. But we can just go ahead and say by the end of the year, I guess. Whatever. Either way, I think Tesla stock is going to soar. It's a lot of reasons for that I talked about in that previous video, and I also made a full-blown video talking all about Tesla, so make sure you check that video out. The link will be right up there. But Tesla's golden. It's made me a lot of money overall. It's made me a lot of money in option contracts. It's made me a lot of money through my shares. So I have no complaints there. I 100% buy Tesla every single week. Yeah, it's just a great company. I think it's a great company. I love Elon Musk. I love all that. So, of course, I'm extremely bullish on this stock. I'm sitting at 4.37 shares right now, up about 18%, about a $400 gain. And you can see I have a recurring buy every single week for $10. So $40 every single month goes into Tesla stock, no matter whatever the price is. I really don't care. I'll be buying this stock for a long time because I believe in this stock for everything that they offer. So no question there. They don't pay a dividend, obviously. So yeah, get yourself some Tesla while it's on a huge dip. I think this should honestly be in everybody's portfolio to an extent. You can have 1% of your portfolio be Tesla. I think everybody should have some Tesla in their portfolio. It's that simple. There you go. So there you go. That is the whole video. That is my 7 stock picks for 2021, 3 months later. Good stuff here. I'll have another video coming out. Maybe, I don't know if I'm going to title it stock picks for April or just stock picks or just more stock picks for the rest of this year. But I have about another 5-6 stocks that I think everybody should be jumping into if they're not already into, or just whatever. Either way, great stocks. The video is coming soon. It should also be out probably tomorrow, maybe the next day. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to see. But it'll be out most likely this week, and if not this week, definitely next week. So it's a lot of stock content this week. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for watching this video this far. Make sure you drop a like if you haven't done that already. That's it. I really just appreciate the support that you guys give me, even on my slower videos that I just released previously. I feel like they definitely haven't gotten as many views as I normally get, but I have no issue with that. I always like making content for the masses, content for just everyone. Obviously, a lot of people want to see the stock videos, and I provide the stock videos, but I never wanted this channel to be all stocks. Obviously, I want to talk about a whole bunch of different topics, and insurance is one of those things that somebody mentioned to me. So it's just different stuff I want to talk about. This channel was made for saving money. Stocks is part of saving money and investing your money and stuff like that. So good stuff, but plenty of content as always is what I'm saying. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me as always. I'm out. Dollar Mike. Peace.